guys, welcome back to Feast On. Today we're going to be making a pork katsu curry. Right, so for any good katsu curry is we need to make the base. So for a Japanese curry, what we're going to do is we're going to make something nice and simple. So we've just got right here to make our curry roux. We've got butter, we've got flour, we've got flaky salt, we've just got curry powder, we've got some gram masala, and for a little bit of spice we've got that chili powder. We want to start off with this so we can make the sauce, get it in the fridge, let it chill out, and then we can start preparing the rest of our dish. So let's put fire on. So when you start this, you just want it on a low heat. You're not trying to burn the butter or anything. Just get it nice and melted, so as low as possible is good. Get the pan on the fire. Butter in the pan. A little spatula. Get it mixed around the pan. So what you want to do is when you get that butter melted, get a little bit of colour, bubble a little bit, then we're going to start to add the flour in and make our roux. Perfect. Now we're getting this butter nice and melted. Just give it a little shimmy in the pan. And as you can see, when the butter's starting to get to the right temperature, you'll see the little white colouring on top. What we want. And then what we're going to do is start to slowly add in our flour. You don't want to add it in all at once because then you just get one big lump. It makes it a lot easier to add it bit by bit. We do have a whisk down the bottom in case of emergency. So if you are wanting to make the same curry but you don't want to go through all the effort of making your own curry sauce, you can go to the store and you can easily buy multiple different brands of Japanese katsu curry cubes. They're just as good. What we're trying to do here on Feast On is trying to make everything from scratch. Trying to show you guys if you want to make a full course meal. There we go, slowly now getting the nice colouring. Look at that. Start to add in a little bit more flour. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to leave this just to start to toast up a little bit, just to cook that flour up so you don't get that funny flour feeling in your mouth when you're starting to cook up your katsu curry. Perfect. Now that we are getting that, it's starting to change colour slightly, but we don't want it to burn. Now is the perfect time to add in our curry paste. If you can't find Japanese curry paste, you can just use any standard curry paste. Should do the job perfectly. Get that all in there. So what we've got, our measurements for this, we've got roughly 100 grams of butter, 100 grams of flour, we've got 25 grams of curry paste, 6 grams of gram masala, and then just to give it that little bit of kick, we've got 2 grams of chili paste. You don't have to add in the chili paste. Me personally, I love a little bit of kick. Actually, I love a lot of kick, but not everyone does, so we'll make it just a little bit so everyone can enjoy it. See now, ooh, the smells are coming out nice. So we've got that. Add in our gram masala, get it in, perfect. Give in the chili, a little sprinkle of salt. Take this off the heat for just a second. Gonna add in a touch of water, just to loosen it up. That curry powder's strong. Fresh New Zealand pure water, that's what we do. And now we're just going to keep mixing this. And then you just want to keep watching it, mix it through until you get to the perfect consistency. So right now, it's a little bit thick. Turn the heat completely off and then add in a touch of water until you get that desired texture. Doesn't need to be on the heat, can be straight on the bench. Just keep mixing it. But as you can see now, we're starting to get that paste-like texture. On the side with the yummy bits. And if you toast it a little bit too much, don't stress, it will still be good. A little bit of burnt bits adds to the flavor, gives it a bit of character, you know? So now we're just gonna continue to fold that through until it's all mixed. More or less what we want for our Japanese curry paste roux. So now that's all done, just there. Get a little glass container or baking paper inside. Get that going, put this in the container. Bang. Bang. That is too easy. So this costs obviously a lot less than going and buying a pre-made curry paste for Japanese katsu curry. We're going to let it cool down, put it in the fridge. After, we're going to pull it out, cut it up, and get it ready when we're making our katsu sauce. Awesome guys, so now we've got the roux curry sauce ready, sitting in the fridge, getting nice. Alright, next thing, we need our rice on. Rice, wash it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So the water runs clear. It's not complicated, don't take it in the shower, don't use a loofah on your back, just wash it. In the rice cooker. Now rice is in the rice cooker, don't need to worry about it, nice and easy. Now what we're going to do, we're going to move on to the main feast. So we've got meat, bang. We've got the pork tenderloin, or the pork eye fillet. Same again, cream of the crop is what we're after. Look at this nice juicy bit of meat. Alright, so pork, normally super fatty. This piece here, nice and lean. So it means that we're not trying to overcook it. It'll go super dry, super quick. So we've got our deep fry heating up. We want that at around 165 to 170 degrees. And then we're gonna make our slices of pork for exactly what we want. So we are gonna start slicing this up. This medallion is already nice, and there's a few ways you can cut it up. So you can cut it, beat it, or you can like butterfly, lay it flat and cut it that way. We are just going to give it a little slice and a little beat today, so we have nice even pieces. So just like that, cut it, then butterfly, and then it's easy. Just run your knife just like this, open it up, oops, keep cutting flat, and then just with the back side of your knife, just to flatten it out. We're not trying to beat it up, it's not the UFC. As even as you can. Is a beautiful little medallion like that. Makes it nice and easy to crumb. Alright, just rinse and repeat. Let's do that a couple more times. Perfect, awesome. So the reason we beat our meat, not just because it feels good. Right? Because it makes it nice and flat, nice and even, helps it to cook, and make sure that there's not some dry bits with some undercooked bit. Alright, so what we always need to do, after you've played with your meat, you need to salt it up, get it nice and seasoned, top, bottom. Pepper, top, bottom. Perfect, meat, nice and seasoned. Too easy, so now crumb up this pork to get that katsu looking nice. To get your nice even meat first, flour. Not too much, in the egg wash, and then in the panko crumbs. Then back in the egg, double dip. Don't be stingy. In there. Now look at that. How good, thick coating. We are ready to go. Put that off to the side and do the other thing. Awesome, so now everything's all crumbed up and we are ready to get going, ready to get frying. What we're going to want to get a nice wire rack, put these puppies on. Now let's get this in. Check to make sure your oil's hot. And you start wiggling around. Now lay it in. Perfect. Nice. So it's not going to go crazy because we haven't got it at a super high temperature. We're trying to cook inside out and then make it nice and crispy. So what we're going to do to make this extra crisp, we're going to cook this two ways. We're going to cook it at 170 for about 6 to 7 minutes. We'll let the internal temperature come up. We're going to put it off to the side, crank the heat up, and get it nice and crispy on the outside. Let's get the second piece double dipping. Perfect. So for a katsu sauce, what we need: potato, carrot, onion, can be red or white, some garlic. Perfect. What we want to do is try and get these all nice and uniform so they cook evenly. Look at that beautiful color. Get that resting. There, put that to rest, and put this last boy in a nice warm bath. Potatoes, white, washed. Skin, it's good, you don't need to bother taking it off, but we will do cheeky heads and tails. Perfect, now the veg is all done. This last katsu pork is just bubbling away, it'll be nearly done. Alright, now it's time to get the pan on. We'll check on our curry roux, cut that up, and we'll start the process of making our sauce. Get the pan rolling, get a bit of heat going. Looking for our lighter. Here at Feast On Kitchen, we're not always the most prepared, but you know what, we make it work. Bang. So, get the pan with a bit of heat in it. Still got our curry roux in the fridge. Got our vegetables all cut for our sauce. We're looking good, we're ready to go. Rice is steaming away in the rice cooker. Here is our curry paste roux already in the baking paper. Look how easy it comes out, done. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna first get our vegetables in, start them sweating. Get it going, get a little bit of heat through them, nice and soft. And then once we start to get a little bit of color, that's when put our roux in. Start that curry going. I actually put a bit of oil. We don't got any utensils here, but we make it work. Little ramekin. Alright, it's only 200-degree oil. Burn your fingers. No one really complains. Make do with what you got. Perfect. So this time again, can't forget some seasoning. Beautiful flaky salt. Not too much. Just a little bit of pepper. Perfect. Now these are starting to fry up a little bit. That hot oil obviously helped it out a lot. Now we're starting to get the aromas, the garlic, the onion, starting to smell very, very nice. These are starting to soften up a little bit. Still just let it fry off. And then what we're going to do, we're going to portion up the curry cubes, chuck a couple in, put a bit of stock. Best part about this as well, we've made this one, and now we've probably got enough for maybe 2, 3, even 4 curries. Put it in the freezer, keep it, take it out, bang, you're ready to go. Alright, now that it's starting to soften up in that old Mr. 90, and we'll start to portion this up. So it's still a touch soft, but it actually makes it easier to pick it up, cut it up on them. There we are. 2 of these cubes should be more than enough. Bang, so just break them up, start putting them through. Another one, bang, start putting it through. Run it through the spatula, start to break it down, it will start to fry off. And the best part about these Japanese curries that are a little bit different from the standard, making the roux already has the thickening agent in it with the flour. So when you add the stock, pretty much, let it simmer down. Obviously the starch from the potatoes as well makes it nice and thick. Don't really need to add too much more. You don't need to add your coconut cream or anything. Perfect. So now we can see on the vegetables that our curry paste is starting to coat them, starting to slightly change their colour. I'm going to look to add our stock. Now we're going to put in about a ½ litre in here. You can add vegetable stock if you want to make it vegetarian. Give it a little stir. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let this simmer away. Let the vegetables soften up. So you want to leave this on a high heat. Bring it up to the boil. As soon as it's on the boil, we want to turn the heat down. Let it slow cook. So we're not burning anything. Just while it's like this, scrape everything off the bottom. It's all the tasty bits. Awesome. So now we'll let this sauce cook down. It's getting nice and thick. As you can see, look here, vegetables are getting nice and tender. We are letting that still simmer there. What we're going to do, so our pork has been sitting, it's been resting, keeping all those juices kept inside of that beautiful outside crust. So now what we're going to do, we've cranked it all the way up, going to bang it back in. It's going to reheat the pork, make it nice and hot, as well as make that extra crisp on the outside. Let's go. Now let's begin. Look at start plating up. Let's get a little bowl. Rice off to the side. Get that. Look at that. Perfect Japanese sushi short grain rice. That's perfect. Nice, sticky. Best for this katsu curry. That's exactly what we want. Leave that to the side. Here, a little bit of salt just on top of the rice. Not too much. We've also got a mixture of white and black sesame seeds. A little bit on the bottom. Now we're probably at the thickness we want. Get the heat all the way off. And that can just start sitting in its own flavor. Just let you see one more time. Nice thickness. Potatoes are soft. The starchiness has all come out and that roux has done its job. Got our rice, nice steamed, nice and sticky, exactly how we want it. A little bit of sesame seeds to start adding some base flavor. Nice and crispy. Oh, that pork. So that's the before. Nice and golden still. And this is extra golden. Grab it with the fingers because we are very brave around here. A little bit of salt. Just sprinkle it. And then now what we're going to do for ease of eating and for beautiful presentation, cut. And listen to that. How good is that? Crunchy, still juicy on the inside. Perfect. I like to have it a little bit separate so you keep your meat nice and crunchy. So what we're going to do, we're going to put 1 spoon. Put 1 more spoon. Ooh, this beautiful pork. Look at it. Oh, that there. Bang, 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 bang. And then what we're going to do, we're going to hit on top again with the sesame seeds. Bang, sesame seeds all over. Get the flavors. And then we've just got some spring onion or scallions. Just a bit of ice water, give it a shock, give it a shake because we don't want it watery. Oh. Put it on top. And then we are pretty much good to go. Katsu curry sauce from scratch. Got the beautiful crispy pork katsu. And then we've got also the fluffy Japanese sushi rice. Look at that. Now we're ready to feast on. This is a perfect katsu curry. Good for any occasion. Give it a go at home and give us a subscribe. We'll be back and we're getting better every time. Cheers guys.